And it's just me. It's just me. And Wilbur. Me and Wilbur. It's a me. There's a bot out there right now that's called It's a Me or something like that. Yeah, so it's just me. Adjacent is not here. I don't know, we're supposed to insert you there. It says I was told that I should draw a picture of Adjacent so I wouldn't feel so alone. So I drew one. I thought it came out pretty good. Wilbur had other words to say about it, though. So he did lose quite a bit of weight. Maybe he would have flown better if he had have tried again after he lost all the weight. Wilbur told me that I didn't do a very good job, so I tried one more time, and this is what I ended up with. So, hi, welcome to IslandVibingPresents. I'm known as Vibing, Vibes, Viber, depending on where you are, and this handsome fellow over here, he doesn't talk very much. That's my husband, Adjacent. People here call him Adjacent, sometimes Island Dad, and then I call him every single name you could ever imagine. So, yeah. That collarbone looks fine. Yeah, so it's just me tonight. He's strong but silent type. Yep. Jason, Pete, Frank, Brian, George, Michael, all kinds of names. So, you name it, I've probably called him all of them. Normally they're loving names, though, so normally, at least we've got that going. Not Kevin. Nope, not Kevin. That one I haven't called him before. So tonight's going to be a bit of a different show. We have no guests. We have no music. We have no one to shout out. Well, I mean, all of you in the chat, the mods are doing a great job shouting you out, but we have nobody on screen to share with you. Tonight, I'm going to show you all how I make all of the things. He did, yeah. My co-host is gone for tonight, so tonight I'm going to show you how everything works back here behind the OBS curtain. So yeah, I did get called out by Fonzer tonight for the lack of adjacent emotes, but I would like people to know that there is a new character joining the ranks. He is going to be so we do have the dancing duck. The dancing duck is going to be coming your way, but before we're waiting for Twitch to just okay him, really. But also we also have oh, he's very large right now. We also have this guy right here joining the family as well. So yeah, he's gonna be over on Adjacent's channel. This is his high, and he's gonna have a mod version and a heart and whatever else adjacent wants him to do. So, yep. I mean, I kind of loosely. I mean, do you see the resemblance? We make him like really tiny. Put him back here. Put him like right next to Tiny Wilbur. It does have a peg leg, yep. It's hard to see though, but yes, he has a little itty bitty peg leg. Yep. So, but all of his wing, tail, arm, legs, head, everything can move. So Jason can decide to have him do whatever he wants now that he is built. So thank you all so much for coming in tonight to hang out with me. I will just remind everybody that it is not your typical show tonight. Yeah, I'm going to show you everything that's going on behind the scenes. We did receive a package in the mail, a few. Oh, thank you for that resub, Miss Rhonda. I really do appreciate it. Jason received some very trolly gifts in the mail, but I actually received a really nice gift in the mail today, as did Jason. I gotta show you. I'm wearing a t-shirt here. Anybody can see? Anybody know what shirt this is? It's Doug. Yeah, so they didn't have a Fonzer shirt, and Val asked me if I wanted a oh look, he's like sitting on my shoulder. Hey buddy. Asked me if I wanted the Fonz music. I was like, that's not his name, so obviously I don't want that. So oops, where'd you go? Why did you do that? Oops. Hold on. I don't understand what's happening with this guy. Oh well. Okay. Doug is a really, really cute dog, especially when he has sunglasses on. He's even cuter. All right, everyone. We're going to say goodbye to Drawn Wilbur. We're going to push this camera back a little bit so it's not right up in my face. And I guess I'm going to show you behind the scenes. I need to start by telling you how I was able to set up for behind the scenes. Roxy, it's okay because Jason's going to be pretty slow too because he broke the right side of his body, which is the side that he uses. So anytime that he would like to say any kind of trolley type comment, pretend it happened 5 minutes in the past because he's trying to do everything with his left hand. So it's taking a little while longer. But yeah. Yes, hi everyone. We've been missing. Don't drop the phone. Quality, not quantity. Yeah. Okay, so in order to be able to set up to show you today, I needed to copy our scene collection because our scene collection has so many scenes, which you'll get to see very soon. And I didn't want to ruin any of them. So first I copied it so I could run the show, which is what you're seeing right now. And then I had to copy it to be able to show you. Because if you're trying to show the screen that you're on, I'm sure that if you've ever used OBS before and you're trying to show OBS at any point, you know that weird time suck that gets into some weird universe, and where you show a screen within a screen within a screen. The vortex, exactly. And I didn't want to show you that. So in order to show tonight's show the way I'm going to show it, I needed to make 2 copies. So we now have IVP, which is our regular show, and then we have Usually Vibing, because I was going to do something, but this just worked out better. But so usually what we have, but messed up, and then Show and Tell. So we now have 3 copies, which are now all very different, but they all started out the same thing. IVP is greater than ICP. Yeah, those letters don't go great together. And then also I had to open a second instance of OBS, which the computer doesn't really like to do. So when I press that button and say open OBS again, and they're like, are you really sure? Like, yes, I obviously know exactly what I'm doing. But it lets me. So I have done that, and I need to pull that up over here. Okay. And now we have to say goodbye to Adjacent. Adjacent. Yeah. So welcome in, Dean George. I've tried to jump into your stream a couple times, but you've just like been like streaming nothing. I don't really understand what's happening there. Adjacent broke his collarbone trying to fly off of his bike, and therefore we have a stand-in. That's what it was. So first we have to make Jason go away so that we can see the screen, and I think this is gonna work. Hook was a very bad influence. All right. All right, so we have some stand-ins for us tonight on the behind the scenes tour. Is it this side? Yeah, this side. We have Flamingo Vibing and Duck Adjacent. That is the duck that is dancing whenever it gets approved by Twitch. He's done. His eyebrows wiggle. Also, I decided if you go and check out in Discord, you can see a preview of him. I did end up making him shake his tail feathers a little bit because it felt like he was too stiff. But pretty much the same wiggly eyebrows, but different show, I guess. Fun. Okay, so this here, in order for everything to move, I have to have a thing called a WebSocket working. So we're not going to be able to move anything right now, but what I am going to show you while we're in this particular, I guess I can switch over. It's going to take me a second to actually switch over. So I have to go up to tools. All of these are the different plugins that I've added to our stream in order to get it to do what it needs to do. I have to turn off the WebSocket on the real stream, which doesn't mess anything up. I just can't move anything at the moment. And then I need to turn on the WebSocket on the other stream. Oh, hold on. I gotta let one turn off fully before I turn on the other one. This part's a little new to my brain. Okay, I think that's good. Let me just see. If I do this, it should take us back to... I think it's all hooked up. We'll just go from here. Okay. All right. It just told me it was good. On the subject of me streaming, I'll be doing so tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Very nice. 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow if you would like to see Dean George. I'm going to try to... It says no. Well, I think I can just pull this out right here. So, if you remember the night I was trying to explain where my camera was located, the reason I was having such a hard time is everything in OBS works out in scenes, and every scene has a number of different resources inside of it. I think most musicians have, I mean, you guys that are musicians can tell me how many scenes you have in your OBS. I know that Jamie, I don't think that you actually use OBS. Cressum, Dean, George, if you guys use OBS, how many scenes do you have? Who else is in here? CW in here? I think you use OBS. Yeah, I thought you did, Jamie. 3. That was my guess, actually. Three scenes. I think a lot of gamers kind of have similar starting. Corey Clark, I've lost track. Welcome in, Corey. I have one scene because I still don't know how to use OBS or Twitch or anything. Well, this is not a beginner's tutorial. I can't say words correctly, and I also, this is ridiculous. So 3 to, I don't know, let's just say 3 to 10. So here are all the scenes we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 there. Be about 12, 18, 24. So about 30-ish on a page. 60. Over 100 scenes. We have over 100 scenes, I would estimate, in our show to make it run. And then some scenes, every scene has sources. And some scenes have, let's see. This scene right here has 2 sources. And that is literally, when it's not a flamingo, it's my camera. And then it is the green square around it. Other scenes are a lot more complex. And they are like this one. And this, we have 3 main scenes. We have our pre-show, our show, and our post-show. So this is our show. And so in our show, you'll see that each one of these things right here are scenes that are made up of other scenes that are made up of other scenes. The only 2 things, if you want to see the things that actually come in here all by themselves without being in a scene and are straight up sources, get out of there. Also don't like how this thing wants to move around, is we have our waves, which are behind. I can make us disappear here for a second. Hold on. Boop. There we go. We are using nested scenes. Yeah, a lot of them. And we'll get down into those a little bit here in a minute just so I can show you something. But on here, we use... don't even think about it. So these waves that are moving, those are in here by themselves. This white background is in here by itself. Our microphones are. Our guest microphones are. And then we have from the Corey Clark and Dimple Cheeks amazing collab stream, which I still am trying to figure out how I can make something else happen like that again. It's still just kind of hanging out here, but we do have a special emote section that we were playing around with on the fly to get it to just put emotes in certain places on the screen because we didn't want it to cover up any of the art that was being made. So we for this piece right here, I just turned on the emote wall over here, but you can see that it's only hitting a certain section. So if you put in a bunch of emotes, you'll see that on the piece that I'm showing you, it only hits a certain part of the wall. The raccoon is real. Ban me. Not real. All right, so hit the chat with just emotes. Just emote it up. All right, so if you see, it's only hitting, and these guys are going to disappear here in a minute. It's only hitting in certain parts of the screen. And that's because the last time that we used this, Dimple Cheeks was up here, and we didn't want her art to get covered up. So we had to do that one on the fly. I'm going to turn this off now. But Corey asked about nested scenes. All of these scenes up here are, in fact, nested scenes. And we do this for a couple different reasons. So nested scenes mean that it's a scene within a scene. So as you can see, here's the kitten videos. You may not be able to see because it's so tiny. First up on the top, we have kitten videos. And this one right here is a nested scene. And inside that scene of kitten videos are the kitten videos. Now, we do not want all the kitten videos to be playing on top of themselves, because even if they're cute, if they're all playing on top of each other, then you're just going to hear all the sounds, and it'll just be more of a headache than anything cute. So we have the 30-second fight scene that I can play. But while this is going, it's the only one that can be active, because I don't want to be able to start the 2-minute one and the other one still be going. So I've had to specifically set it up so that only one source is working at a time. And the only way to do that is within a nested scene and telling that one particular scene using a script. So there's plugins and then there's scripts. So we have a script that says that you can only have one source alive at a time. So in here, I have kitten videos. You have to type it in exactly as it is. It won't actually find it for you. I don't. So kitten videos, let me move this out of your way so you can still see the kitten. It means that only one of these 4 sources can be seen at one time. We don't want them overlapping. It's not as bad with the kitten videos because they have the same music, but the same technology we use for the clips that I play at the end. And if they are all playing at the same time, when you're listening to me saying stupid stuff on Instagram or a clip of something that Jammies has taken from the show, it's just going to become a knotted yarn ball without the kitten of just voices. So we have this so it only plays the one. And as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10, approximately 15 scenes that can only have one source playing at a time. So when we do our transitions between our scenes, when we do our name tags for our segments, when we do all of those different things, those all are on this thing called a source toggler. So only one source can be alive in a scene at a time. And then every single one of them has, my way of getting around having something not turned on and ready to go is that when I do the programming, this is just setting it up. This isn't even the programming. When I broke the stream in half, when I was trying to make mine and adjacent separate, so all of the artwork for this, so all of these sources, the kittens and the clear and all of the things, they were in one profile, and then all of the scenes were in another profile, and then all of the programming was in the profile with the artwork. It was just completely broken up. So they all need to go together. If you I think probably we should follow the flamingo for a moment. So here's the flamingo. In order for the flamingo, aka me on a regular stream, to be able to move around. So like I move on this show from being on the side and being, approximately where the behind the scenes tour label is, up to the side where I am now. And when I have a guest, I move over to a different side and I move all around. So in order to be able to move in those different places at the different times, I have to be in a few different nested scenes. So if we follow where this flamingo goes, we can actually see the level in which this nested scene is down. This is like the base scene right here. You missed that part. Okay, so here's the flamingo. The flamingo then goes from here, and from there it goes into over to this next part, and this one's called and it puts everything in alphabetical order, so you want to try to find a naming convention. Like it doesn't put it in the order that you put it into. Yeah, tell me about it, Cleveland. Tell me about it. So this one right here is called X source because it's a source and it's a nested scene. So it's X source NS vibing interview. So this is the one that is used specifically for interviews. And under filters, these are all the different locations in which I can be. And by simply, I'm going to move this over to the screen just for a moment. So right now I can move myself around based on how I have had it. So this one is really, this one's called Move Source or Move Transition. I think it's through StreamFX. And this is the one that I really, really, I'm trying to see. This is the one that I really like using because you can move yourself or any source actually all over the place. So in this one particular, so right now we're one level up, and so we put in here we have the original scene, but then we also added into this scene my name tag, which now follows me around. Then we also have moving vibes. This one, if we were to go all the way back to, I think this one does have a couple different. This is the one I use when I'm on screen with adjacent. So we have the full screen that you see. Also, if we wanted to both share, how much did you charge to set this up for other streamers? There's no waiting list because there is no list. And, right now there is a backlog of other things, though, like a dirt pile and like at least 30 grow bags I need to move. And I need to put up some shade sails. And there's a whole bunch of things that I've got to do this spring, all in the next 8 weeks. So, I mean, that list is pretty long. that one's pretty long. uh but this one also, this Jason and I can both be on the screen on this one. I can throw some money at your, this is true. And then also I can do full screen. So if I needed to be able to do full screen for some reason, which I don't remember if I use this later on in the show, but yeah, so that is what I've got here. Twitch consultants. I've got a lot of thoughts on a lot of things. From here, these two that we just looked at that had the camera. Remember, the flamingo is standing in as the camera right now, so because you cannot have the same. This is something that it took us a while to figure out. You cannot have the same camera put in 2 different places. It will not do that. Which seems like it should be obvious, but you would think that if you're running in 2 separate places, like, oh, I can just use the same camera. You cannot. You can mirror it, which is the way we get around a lot of things. But because we're in 2 different instances, it can't mirror in 2 different places. So that was a weird word, how I said that. So anyways, in here we have my interview camera and my with adjacent camera, and those both go into this one that is called Moving Vibes. And adjacent has the same types of thing. He actually has 3 different sets because of the 3 different pieces that he's does when he comes in for his game segment. We have a certain set that does that. Peek boo. And then off screen. And then he also has one for when he's on with a guest and when he's just on with me. So those all go to in a group. And then we go in a group together. And then from there, I think there's something that's different here. I think these 2 might be extinct at this point, but I don't remember exactly. I have to clean them out, but it's been a really long time. Yeah. I would like to know too, because each computer only can hold a certain number of USB. Jason looked into this quite a bit, but it only he's never gonna be able to type it out for you guys. But it's something to do with the number of different USBs it can run. We actually had to, before we could learn about how to mirror it correctly. Who is lost? I know it's crazy. I'm sorry. I do apologize. This is just how it works, and I know that it was going to be overwhelming, but I thought that it should be shown. Everybody wants to know how it goes. I have to explain that I'm fine. Um, I get lost sometimes too. I have to think through each one. But we had to get more than one camera in where we wanted to go. We needed to we had to use like the USB-C as well as the USB cameras. So I don't know how he does it with all of his cameras, but I'm really interested in finding out. I would actually really love I'd really love to be able to talk to him about just let it wash. I'd really like to be able to talk to Jonathan about how he does his cameras. I want him on the show, but I don't know how to talk to him. Like a lot of people, it could be a USB hub. It could be a really big one. But I think there was something, we had a USB hub, but it's something about the computer itself. You have to, oh, this is where I wish adjacent was actually here. I wish I could phone a friend. Um, yeah. Where are you adjacent? Are you typing? C-Dub knows. C-Dub knows. Okay, good. um, Windows. The hub doesn't have the smarts. Right. So yeah, so see Jason looked all into it. I know I was going to. I could pipe him in, but also he's not all that comfortable. As much as he's not in super amount of pain. I mean, if you think about you just moving and part of your collar, part of your bone that's supposed to just kind of move correctly, just kind of doesn't do it. You know, it's not great fun. So I'll let him off this week, but next week he's got stuff to do. Yeah, there is. There's like different ways you can go about doing it, but it's like I really want Jonathan Ong on the show. But a lot of like the bigger people on Twitch have like everything locked down, so you can't communicate with them at all. And so it's like how do you like introduce yourself and say, "Hey, I have like this really cool community and we'd like to talk to you." Our new PC can do more than the last PC. That's good because our last PC was a laptop. Mm-hmm. You got to rate them. We don't stream at the right times. I'll just keep going on like right before he like just sometime in the middle of the day, I'll call you guys up. We'll all come get in the channel together. We don't even have to like turn on the stream. And we'll just raid in. He's on right now? We're gonna raid over. Just gonna raid over and be like, hey, guys, show's over. Thanks for joining. It's been great. Well, let's just see if he's on after. We normally try to go to smaller shows, but maybe we just keep raiding Jonathan Ong until he's like, who the heck is this person? IP cameras, yeah. We have questions. We have camera questions. We need to know. Okay, so just to recap where we are, so we can keep going up. We had the camera into one nested scene for one set of movements, another nested scene for another set of movements, into a group with adjacent, and then up to there, we are put into a group with our guests, and then that final grouping goes into, oh, there's the kittens. Hey, kittens. That that final grouping goes into our show, which we are not here right now because I got to turn this back on. I turned it off to show you all the things. Background layer, waves, and there we are. I so am taking on this project this weekend. This one? You're going to take this on? Yeah. Well, we do have this idea and for our next bingo night, and the bingo night would be, instead of be almost like a not really a scavenger hunt, but more like a letter collection thing. So at the end of a 20 or 30 minute time of hanging out with us all, hanging out with Jameer, she'd need to find a way to put out the letter F. And then I don't know how you would do that right now. You just have to like chuck the letter F out onto the out in front of the tree. Jason said you could just like black out the this camera, go put the F on the lawn, and then like run off and then unblock the camera. That would be how you could do it. That would be like the analog version of putting something. I have a sheet fall. Just like magic it off. Have InfoSAR come in at the last minute. Just but yeah, we want to try to do some more fun like streamer game raid train type things like we did very impromptu like with the bingo. We do want to try bingo again, but we want to try it a little bit differently. We don't know what a little differently would look like, but we also want to try to do like a code gathering throughout the afternoon. And oh, Sir Cressum, I need you to put me in contact with your friend. Jason's gonna very slowly type out Scott Watson. He doesn't have to. I remembered Scott Watson. I want to talk to Scott Watson. So that was an aside. I apologize for that. So yeah, so all the way up to here, I think it takes 5 scenes to get up to the top. And then that would be for mine, and Jason would also come together with me at level 3 or 4. And then we can hang out together. And that's just for our cameras. And then each and every other piece has similar things. For our segments, they each have their own. Oh, look! It's Davy! Elephant-sized dinosaur. You may not be able to hear this, but he's talking about his sandwich. So audio is a whole nother thing. You can't hear him because we're working on two different interfaces here, but we'll get into that in just a minute. But each one of these, here's adjacent, getting very excited about Smack Talk's pet monkey that's shooting out of a cannon. What is this one? I don't even know what that one is. Here's our check-in. This is our look at it. So these ones are very interesting. These are our streamer, most American sandwich ever. So see how there is a commercial here? In order to be able to get around the fact that Twitch has put up a commercial before we're allowed to see a Twitch page, you'll notice that we always have some kind of delay with either adjacent and I in front of it or a white screen that comes down. And we have timed that or worked in a programming so that it gives us enough time for the commercial to be done before we actually show it to you, so we don't have to wait for that if they're live. This is Fish Stalker TV. He's fishing down in Texas. But yeah, so each one of these is a different segment on the show. The streamers to watch. What do they stream? Our points usage, our emote wall, and our wrap up. And then we always have in every single one, there has to be a clear. Big old carp. We try to make it so that you all don't have to have very much downtime. Hey, Tina French, we're just doing a behind the scenes tonight because Adjacent has a bum collar. His wing's broken. So it's just me. It's just me. And that's it. As far as what needs to be updated every show, I name them updated. And so we have all of these scenes. We have adjacent scene. Normally all that needs to be done. Yes, this is not what most people deal with, Tina. This is not at all what most people do. This is the opener announcement. So like when it tells you at the beginning of the show who will be on the show. Again, we use a plugin filter. I believe this one's through StreamerFX as well. I can over here under interview, I code in what I wanted to say. And I've set all the parameters so that when I press this, it'll tell you the first piece and then it'll stay there for how long I've told it to. And then it'll go to the reset and then it will bring up the second piece that I've told it to do. And then we go straight into, and now, vibing and adjacent. So there's that one. We have to update that one. The guest name. We don't always have multiple guests. This is for Davy's Sandwich Show. That was when C-Dub was one of our guests on it was for Operation Veterans Hope. And I think this might be Davy as well. Yep, and this was Davy was on there as well with us. So we actually have the ability to have not 4 at one time, but we have it so that we can set up 4 ahead of time. And if a small child is not painting my face, I have the buttons, which I will show you, to actually bring them up with the right name for the right person. Well, if I'm having my face painted by a small child, it's been proven that I'm not very good at that. So this is Bob's name. This is for when it comes up for the game that we play. Oh, did you see that? Yeah, we'll look into those just a second. So streamer to watch if Jason has a segment that he would like to do. If we have a contributor, this is where all of our mod loves come in. So this is from Jameer from last time. This is the Hoot House live stream. And this little guy just wanted to talk to the camera. The way that I have set these up is that the video clip in the properties, it's called From VIP, and Rocks is called From Rocks, and the one from Choice is called From Choice, and the one from Jammies is called From Jammies, and from Hoover, you get the whole thing. And then for JoJo, it's called JoJo Rec, I think, and for adjacent, it's From Tuesday. And the reason that's important is because inside, I don't want you to copy, I just want you to show. Hold on. Oop, go over. Come on. Go over here just for a second. Because inside of this folder, what I end up doing, it's a baby owl. What I end up doing is inside this Mod Love Weekly Picks. I just name them the same thing each week so I can copy it and put it into here, so at least that is the only piece I have to redo each week. I do have to go in and make sure that the sound is right and that the size is right, because the size, even though I use the same thing every week, does change. And I did want to show you, because I think this might actually be helpful for anybody else that might want to show, to like use clips. Like I know that, for instance, the reason I said this is Sir Cressum. Sir Cressum was collecting clips. It's a baby. Was collecting clips of people that had said bad things about him because he asked them to. Nobody wanted to, but he made everybody. So he had to go out and get clips from other people's streams. You can download. Jameer wanted to. With the exception, I didn't. Okay. So y'all are just mean. I'm not mean. Yeah. Well, a lot of it's already done. Mostly, except for like the changing of names and putting in the clips that I need to get. So we ask our mods, like, who do you want to show a little love to? So let's say they wanted to show a little love to Fonzer. And I think I'm not going to be able to let you listen to this, but I can recap it pretty well because I actually took this this clip right here. So at the end of Fonzer's show, he wanted to let everybody know about this the shirt that he got. He had already pressed raid. And he's like, oh, let me show you this. I'm going to get stuck on this. Oh, I'm stuck on my microphone. Oh, put this down. I'm going to look at my shirt. Here it is. It's super nice. Oh, wait a minute. No, we're raiding. So I took this because I am a troll. And if I wanted to be able to keep this forever and ever, it's actually very easy to do so. There is a thing called Twitch Guru. And you can grab the link and you can put it in here and it'll give you the clip that you can download. I've also found another one where you can download highlights. So if somebody has a highlight, you can do that with, but you can also do that right over OBS. For longer things, it's better to record it off of OBS. And then also for Instagram, I sometimes do my stuff out of here. So I can download it right from here. But just as a little thing. So I just name them the right name and they come in here. And yep, mod love from everybody. I change what upcoming events we have. So up here you'll see that they just kind of go. That is another plugin we have. All these plugins, if you have any questions about them as streamers, you can just let me know which one was what I was doing, and I can help you with that piece of it. So in here, every week I decide what we need to tell. So this is when we were in Veterans Hope. I always add in a Starkey comment about Adjacent's next stream. If you look at the one that I have today, well, you know, I've used that flag before. WebM? What is WebM? Oh, was that a, no, that's not, I don't know what that is. Technically. Oh, I was waiting to see. That's what I was doing. I was waiting to see what they... High quality video format. So for this week, for Jason, oh, right here, it says, "Will a Jason stream?" Probably not. Oh, maybe yes, maybe no, or something like that. That doesn't count. I actually am a mod for a couple other streamers too. I've only been unmodded once. Other people just are too lazy to unmod me. But that doesn't matter. I'm still a mod. All right, so snarky comment about a Jason gets added in. Show date of a special event we're part of gets added in. And then I make sure that we have 3 weeks. Yes, Jeanette's going to be on May 5th. We're going to do Cinco de Mayo together. I'm going to drink tequila. She likes wine. When I asked her if she wanted to do Cinco de Mayo with me, and I was like, yay, tequila. She's like, I like wine. I was like, oh, okay. Mexican wine? All right. This hurts my ears right now because they're all talking. You see all these little moves? All talking. I have to update this, which is the next show. These are the browsers. This is, look at this. What do they stream? So we have actually gotten to the point where this works so good that I don't have to have a Jason look it over, which was not the case. It used to be that I'd have to be like, don't look. Like Kevin pushed the buttons. What do they stream? But yeah, foul hearted. Ooh. Clip showcase. That's for a different thing. Okay, so those are kinds of the different places that you can I update. Those are all the different segments, all the different pieces, the nested scenes, and all of that. So the next thing in here, I need to go someplace with sound, but also not listen to the sound. Okay, this will work. So then for audio, we actually have, you can see 2 mixers. Ooh, see, WebSockets, you know what I'm talking about. WebSockets, I have to deal with those things. So we have 2 audio mixers. So this is the audio mixer that right now it's not looking like it's much to you. I think I can actually move this guy over here though so you can see. See, on the one that you're looking at, there's actually, it's not muted. So here you go. You can see that I'm talking. OBS just released something that's really awesome. But you can see how there's a gray one here. And the reason that it's awesome is you can actually see that your mic is working even though it's muted. It used to just look like the top one where there was nothing happening. So you're like, I hope when I unmute this, it works. But now they have the gray line there so you can actually see, yes, it is working. Yes, I can see what my highest peak will be, where about I'm hitting, so I know when I unmute where I'll be, which is great. But this right here is what you all are listening to. These are the levels that you're listening to. On the other hand, this really wide thing for some reason. No. This is what Jason and I listen to. It's all right. I really like nerds. Like, really, really. I'm a huge nerd. You know what? Jason's a nerd too. And I love him and married him. So, you know, that's how much I like nerds. So why we have this is because sometimes we want the sounds of certain things to be higher or lower than what you're hearing. And also a couple very important reasons. So, echo back. Right? We hate echo back so bad. Different than Nickelback, but I think people might feel the same about it. I really did. He's pretty amazing. Although, if he could fly, this spring would be a lot easier. So we do an interview show. We have to bring other people's voices into this room with us. but we don't want there to be that echo. So we can't do anything about what's going on in Crescent's room. We can't do anything about what's happening in Corey's room. We can only give them a place where if they can get their audio into their wherever we're having our meeting, quote unquote, because we're having a meeting through Zoom or Discord or whatever. If they can get their audio in there, we can ensure that there's no echo back from our side. There you go. Why don't you do that? That would be so good. So we have 3 different tracks that we use. It says you can see 2 tracks here. Yes, we ban Ninja. Ninja is actually really good. The only problem is it's just too unstable. If it worked the way we really wanted it to, we are just using it too intensely. For what its abilities are, it's really good, and it's like almost to the point where it's reliable for us. Ninja's really great because you know how when you look at something in a Zoom call, right? You've got you and you've got somebody else. Well, we have to do a screen capture where we take a cutout of just a certain amount. It was, and I don't know what it was. I don't know where it happened, but I can show you what's going on our side and why I knew I couldn't fix it. But because there were 2 people, it added an incredible dynamic to it. Oh. Well, maybe we should try it again, and then we'll like be able to like fix it next time. But we have to like take a cookie cutter of like Zoom or Discord, whereas Video Ninja, you get a web address, and that is your camera. Like it comes in, and it is your audio and your camera. No, it's not even your audio because you can separate it. You can have it be your audio, I think. But you can separate it in a way that your audio can come in differently, which is what we liked about it. But the camera you can just put in there as a web address. And so like the idea and almost where it is great. Where it actually isn't quite good enough for what we need. We're asking all of these resources to do just a bit more than they really want to do, which is unfortunate. So we use audio in 3 ways. We have what our guests can hear, which is the audio monitoring, which is not the way most people do it. We'd have to go and actually, we know how to fix it. They keep having updates at times and not necessarily fixing it. Almost reliable is not reliable, exactly. And they were, it wasn't necessarily audio. We were watching packet loss. It was like we actually spent like a video call with the guy that made Video Ninja. Jason and I were like on the call with him, and we were watching it do what it was doing, like what it was going on. And that Adele and Andy were wonderful. I really want to bring them back on. There was more than one issue. Yeah. Yeah, I talked to him through Discord, but we actually like got on a call with him and we watched packet loss happening. I don't really know what packet loss is. I just know that one time I lost packages that had a live plants in it, but I think it has nothing to do with that. So different thing. But like Adele and Andy, everything actually was fine for that stream, except they had an update like an hour before we went live. No, but nobody thought to like look at it. Similar in concept. Well, that's good. Yeah, it was right in the middle of the winter, and I could see that they were sitting like in the state, but like at the state capitol. I'm like, they're just dying. Don't buy plants online in the winter. That's all there is to it, folks. But yeah, they had an update in the middle of the day on a Saturday. But we figured out ways around it. It's not like the best. We've decided to go with Zoom. We started with Zoom, and now we're going back to Zoom because they just seem to have like the best right now, but it keeps changing depending on who's having updates when. There you go, jammies. I hate it so much. So if we were to go back and like go through everything, I will tell you while in my head I would like to say, yeah, we're going to clean up our OBS and we're going to really fix our things to be exactly how I want it so it's nice and neat. We are wired. Everything is wired. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, whether you mean like our things or like our internet, but everything's wired. We actually brought the internet to the workshop. Main Mammy and Beeps. Yeah. Yeah, Main Mammy and Beeps came and helped us run a wire out. And then I wrapped the wire around so that no kittens could chew it. And we are wired in. I still think, and I think you all should help me with this. So, anybody that doesn't know yet, Main Mammy is my mom. And she was telling me the other day that currently Beeps will tell her what to type occasionally, and she'll type it for him. I said he should just get his own account. I'm pretty sure Beeps just needs his own Twitch handle so he can join us in conversations. This is a campaign I'm standing on. I don't know if she's gone to bed or not. She does have my children with her, so she might be exhausted. I know I am when they're with me, so. Yep, my mom is one of the head troll club people. Yeah. Yeah, just the idea of getting Beeps a Twitch handle. You should just totally ask her all the time. So like everybody should be on exactly. Should be like, hey, I heard your husband doesn't have a Twitch handle yet. Beeps, right? Right, Beeps? He should get one. Maybe I just like give him one for like a belated Easter present. Main Beeps. Do you think that's one? I'll have to go out and see. So if I was to clean up my OBS, I would not have my audio monitoring be what my guests hear. I would have everything be through tracks, and I would just turn off audio monitoring. Because audio monitoring pisses me off. What'll happen is you'll get on top of one of these things. See, he's chuckling. See, Beeps is there. Everybody, let's put it to a poll. No. I can't say anything disparaging about people from Maine, but have you ever been into that one? Maine, I mean, go Maine. Maine's great. Everybody in Maine that streams does great streams. The Maine Beeps. Somebody look at that one. We can do a poll on what Beep's name should be. We got to see what's available. And then we should just let him know, and then he can become on Twitch. The Main Beeper. It's Beepa. It's with an A. I like using the entire alphabet, but that word is with an A on the end. Beepa is the name. I call them beeps because I actually like the whole alphabet, so I have a really hard time saying beepa instead of beeper, which is not the right word. It's not beeper. It's beeps. Mams and beeps. Yep. All right. So our guess here is whatever is under audio monitoring because we have our audio monitoring set up to a virtual cable. P-Papa? What? That doesn't even make sense. Oh. I was like, what the heck does that even mean? So we also use 4 out of the 5 virtual cables that we have. So our guess here, what's coming out of one virtual cable, which is the one that we have our OBS set up as, and that is under our audio. Ooh, the main beeps is available. This has become, the show is over, folks. We're just figuring out now what beeps Twitch handle will be. We haven't even gotten into StreamerBot. Do it, do it, do it, do it. So yeah, we use 4 different virtual cables to do this. One is for Spotify, one is for our guests, one is for us to hear, and then one is to dead end our PC. And then we also use our mixer. Everything that we hear is coming through our mixer. Everything you hear from us is going through our mixer. Okay. So I think that's like everything I can possibly tell you going through this piece of it. And then, like I said, if you guys want to know anything specific after the fact, let me know. Once you've set up all of that, then you have to get into StreamerBot. StreamerBot doesn't seem to have a dark mode, which I don't like. This is where all the programming happens. So StreamerBot can be used for more than just the way we use it. We use it in a way that most people don't use it. But you can have your channel point rewards in here. We do have some in here. We're really bad. The heck is StreamerBot? Excuses himself in Mac. What? I think StreamerBot works on Mac, so I don't really understand what that means. You can lurk or go or say goodnight, but I don't know what that means. I haven't figured it out. Oh, have you tried to use StreamerBot? Have you looked in it? So StreamerBot does have, I will say if you do start using StreamerBot, that before we go any deepness into it at all, if you use it for channel points, you need to do your channel points in here, in StreamerBot, not in Twitch. There's no installer for Mac. Huh. I thought there was a way though. They do have a Discord. Discord. Let's see. That's PC. I mean, there seems to be some stuff over here that might. Says that you could do Windows running on Mac. The MAC address given for your device. I don't know. There's some stuff. Oh, there's Linux too. There's got to be some stuff over there. So, ooh, StreamerBot. Do you know StreamerBot? Um. Anyways, you may want to check out their Discord and see. Um. I I gotta tell you, Video Ninja. I go to their Discord. I tried Rock Puppy out on our Discord. I cruising the Discord now. Rock Puppy I tried out in ours. I joined their Discord. Any place I've been finding also Nutty, he's really cool. He's got a lot of really good information. He's here on Twitch. He I joined his Discord. And then StreamerBot. I like StreamerBot's Discord a lot. I go there quite a bit. So StreamerBot is like a one-stop shop. So it does work with it can my brain has so many things it's trying to say at one time that I don't know how to make them all come out at one time. I'm going to have to just start peeling away at them. So StreamerBot has so many different things that it can do. We don't use it to its full advantage. For instance, if you see enabled under channel points rewards, the answer is no to all of these because we are so bad at channel points. I still haven't got a handle on what our channel points should be. Like I don't know. Then also you can have them do commands, which is great because we actually use Adjacent has a second copy of this now because he has his own profile on our computer, and he uses this for the consent command, which we have the information in here. Extra toppings for this, maybe I don't know how to work that. I have 50K. What? 50,000 channel points. I have Infinity. I don't know how to use them. We really need like good ideas of how without like total. We have one idea that we are working on very slowly because it takes a lot of technology to make it work, but it will get there. But without taking over the entire show, because our show is about, yes, Mom, I got there. Our show is about our guests and who we're trying to spotlight. So without trying to take away from that show, what makes sense for channel points? I don't know what to do with them. And like the kittens are in here sometimes, so we turn that one on sometimes, where you can give them like a treat or something. But then also they're little tiny hellions, so they don't come in here all the time because they also break things. But the consent command lives in StreamerBot. So the command list for it happens in here. So I have to make sure that when I'm setting my stuff up, I have to set me up, and then I don't use a consent command because there's just no hugs here. We don't hug here because I don't want to be hugged. But in Adjacent, he hugs, or if you want to be hugged. So he puts his Twitch, and then also he puts Melvin in here. And therefore, Melvin will hand out whether or not you get hugged or whatever. But you have to make sure you do that. So in here you have your channel rewards and your commands. Also, you can do voice control. If you watch any of Nutty's streams, he does a lot of work on this and he uses streamer bots a lot. You can actually just be like Elmo, and then like Elmo would show on screen because the voice command is there and it grabs it. But the real thing that we use it for, and the real way, is you can actually like make these really complex. Melvin the Pickle. Yeah, he kind of is. Yeah, He's gone away. He hasn't really been here for a while, except for as our bot. You can make really complex uh, channel points. Yes, but I think that it also needs to add Cleveland. I think he's under the palm tree tonight. Oh, is he not here tonight? I didn't even notice. I don't know how to turn him on, so. Oh, okay. Oh, I think there's something I'm supposed to do with like a hamburger. I'm supposed to like do this. And then it might not be working because I have two open. So I'm just gonna not try to attempt it because I have two different instances going and I don't want to mess it up. So Cleveland, I think that you're right that there needs to be something for like people coming in, but I think that there also needs to be I think that it also needs to be like talking about things like emotes. I was talking to Smack Talk one night and I was talking to Dream On about it too. Like there's a whole thing about emotes, like what emotes do you want and need. There's some different categories of emotes. So there's like emotes that are like very specific to you and your community. Our sandwich. Our sandwich is very specific to us. It it has kind of grown bigger than our community, as in it pops up in other places that are still part of us, but not just here, not just in our show. So it's kind of uh what is it called when like a cult classic? It's it the our you have like some that are like specific to you, but there can be like another layer of them where they're like a cult classic specific to you. So like ours you'll see in other streams, not every stream because it doesn't make sense, but you'll see it in different places. The sandwich. But the sandwich came to be because I told Jeanette the story about where YOLO came from. And so there's that kind. Then there's the kind that like you want. It doesn't matter what anybody else wants. That's our eye roll emote. I want an eye roll emote. It may not be needed anywhere else, but that's the one I want. And that's kind of like its own little thing. It's not really, I guess, a complete segment. Then there's the ones that kind of announce you. Like there's some that you come in and they like are just someone's face, like specifically like they are just a picture. They're not doing any kind of big emotion. They don't really see you do you. That is very much a Jameer only emote. Like it has to do with her community or her. Like I don't know if her community has embraced it, but she has. Um but but then there's some that just kind of announce you. Like there's some people that just have like their name or just like their picture. It's not very expressive in any way because that's a different category. It announces them. So like Johnny and Heidi, we love them greatly. They have a couple that are just JH. Nothing else. You're not going to go into somebody else's channel and just put out JH. That doesn't make any sense to most people. But for them, on like a raid call or something, it would make sense to have a JH, right? It would be an announcement of you. And then finally, you have the universal global emotes. Night, Mom. Love you. Thank you for being here. We really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's probably a good one to just be yours only. Arco, you've probably read, but Jason's hurt, so he's inside, not in the workshop, and I'm outside in the workshop, and I'm running the ship, which means we're just going on a lot of different tangents. And a lot of them are just about Twitch streaming. Right now, we're talking about global emotes. Not like global as in Twitch has given them to you, but global as in there's, oh, see, banana pants, that's here. Nobody else needs banana pants. Literally, me and Rox are the only two people in the entire Twitch that has banana pants. But like, hi, hearts, mod love, you can use those anywhere. The dancing ones, those are the kind of emotes that you can put out there. Those are the kind that when somebody has an emote wall, people don't necessarily have those like we do. But when we say put out your favorite ones, those are the ones that you can easily put out there and people are like, ooh, that's really cute. Like, who has not noticed Carrie Ann's bunnies? Anyone in here not know Carrie Ann and her bunnies? They are so adorable. And you see them and you're like, and they're so expressive. I'm ignoring you. I have no matching emotes. Nope. Twitch says I don't own any emotes. I don't subscribe to anybody, guys. Not even myself. And also now I can't see. I can't see anything. There we go. But so Delta Crab, he has this one where he is laughing. It's not even his, it's Boyan's. Or we're doing some weird thing. I don't even know what he's doing. But it's an emotion. There's emotion ones, and those are a whole thing. And I don't think a lot of people necessarily think about that when they're going into making their emotes. Sometimes they just end up, making weird people's faces on chips, for example. But I think that would need to be part of the masterclass, Cleveland. Okay. Streamer bot. This is where all the craziness can happen. So you can have something like, what are we looking at? Opener. Yeah, that was giving me troubles. Look, guys, this is Adjacent's. These are all of the ones Adjacent uses for his channel. 14 of them. These are all the ones we use for this channel. These are all the things that are programmed. We don't use them all the time. For instance, we have an entire section right here that is for Bork. Bork clear, Bork clip one, then all of these copies. And then there's Bork segment needs, Bork show cocktail, Bork drawing, Bork swap positions, Bork transition, Bork tree open, Bork us on screen with segment. Lots of borking. Good night, old man. Good night, Cressum. In here, what you need to make sure that you do is you tell it very specifically. So just, Cressum, it's just that you can really put in-depth long, like, this happens and this happens and this happens. And that's why StreamerBot is really good. Before we start any show, we press the before show button. And the before show button puts the active scene to show. Move the screen off, puts the game board screen off. It puts everything where it needs to go. I don't know if educational is the right word. Like, things that I should probably look into further. It's more like where this should go. But good night. We really appreciate you all being here. This is actually gonna be a pretty early night for me because I'm just about done myself. I can't do very much more. What is great though about this is they have all of Good night, Davey. Have a good night. So under each one of the under every single action you can set up, the sub actions that you can set up within it are pretty crazy. You can add in actions, and then you can also and under those oh, come on, I gotta get it on screen. Hold on. There we go. You can actually do C note, right? Is that what it's called? I think it is. But you can actually like write in your own code and have it do its own thing. Which is pretty cool. You can have it send out commands. You can have it read lines. You can have it do some logic tests. OBS. It can do a whole bunch of stuff with OBS. It can do some things with rewards. We're going to skip over slobs because... so there is a template for some of them. Like mine, I've just kind of like looked at it and been like, okay, I need this to turn off and that to turn on. But there are places, so like, what are they called? So there is a game that you can do for Cards Against Humanity. And, I can try to show it to you later. I can't do it right now because of the way that WebSocket's set up. But this stream up, all one word, stream up has a bunch of different codes and widgets, and they'll tell you how to do it. But you can actually get all the coding and you put it right in here. Also, in the Streamer Bot Discord, you can go in and they have a lot of things where the people will just share with you the templates that they use and the actions. The consent command, where is that one's the reason I bring that one up so much is because that one actually has quite a bit, and Rox and I have talked about that one quite a bit because it has some really good potential in it. Where did it go? It might be this one. I think it's called chat action. Yeah. So in here, oh yeah. Do you mean what can be in the consent command? That one is pretty spicy. So the way that the template actually comes, and I gotta tell you that I did not keep all of those things in it because as much as people like to have fun and like to do a lot of things, obviously I don't enjoy being touched and I don't enjoy a lot of that stuff, and a lot of things like that make me feel very uncomfortable, and there's obviously reasons that is the case. We don't need to go into any of those things. So while some of these things may sound good and fun and everything, I've deleted them out, and I've deleted them out on purpose because to me, they don't sound good and fun. So just putting that out there just because. But the template, and you can turn off and turn on whatever you want so that your community can use it. They have an action for boop, cuddle, head pat, hug, lick, meme, moan, tickle. Well, I added walk the plank. I can't even remember what it was. Oh, I think it wasn't. I think it was spank and whip. And so obviously some of those things, right, exactly. You can change it how you like. Meme pulls off of an API. Is that what you guys told me it was called? Yeah, see, I just can't. But meme pulls off of an API, and the API, when we were playing around with it before, whenever I try something new or want an emote to be seen or something, I always am like, okay, guys, meet me in chat. And so we'll go to like our my chat or Jason's chat or whatever. And so before I asked Rox to come over and look at it, I showed it Jason, and it was all like silly things that the meme one was. But then when I had Rox come, it was all like shoot you things in the meme one, and like kill you, and I was like, no. So we turned that off. Meme is not a proper word for whatever that was. It was just not right. So we turned that one off. But like I turned Spank into Walk the Plank. And so you just can go in there and you can tweak it. But if you go into the streamer bot one, you can change it. I want to write one for like where the meme one is. I want to change it into one that is about singing sea shanties for Jason's stream, where you like link arms, and then when you do, a different sea shanty lyrics will come up. Hey Klingon, how's it going? We're doing a bunch of just talking and me explaining things and how crazy it is, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. So, so you found your ghost? I'm happy you found your ghost. I guess, if you were looking for them. Was it like Casper? I hope so. Casper's uncles weren't very nice, but Casper was very cute. I think that's a ghost, and that's an upside down heart. Oh, is that a bad thing? Oh, why do you have to come in here doing... Oh, it's No Pants Kyle with his upside down. Yeah, I see it. I don't love it. Klingon, I don't love it. I'm glad that you found them, though. I'm sure that makes you happy. But I don't come into the room and tell you and like I found my aunt or anything. I don't like when she comes around, but I don't tell you that I found her. It's not how we like greet each other. You know what I mean? It's not how I greet anyone. Normally it's with tears, and then they're just like, oh, is your aunt here? And I'm like, yeah. And then they offer me chocolate, and then it's like a whole different thing, you know. I don't know what the right thing to offer you is. Maybe like peeps, like little tiny Easter peeps. I don't know. That might be good. So yeah, so that's StreamerBot. And then from StreamerBot, you need to go into our Stream Deck. And our Stream Deck, there are... It's not how you used to, so I guess it's an improvement. Things like that are quite a realization, I think. But I also think that it helps you know yourself better and also know how you fit into places and how you can go about things. But also, I know that we've talked in the past about like reading rooms, which is difficult for everyone, I think, especially when the room is virtual. And right before you came in, I had talked about how there are reasons I don't enjoy hugs and loves and stuff. And then you come in talking to me about that stuff. Um, I would think if you look into this more, Cleveland, I would love to see what you find out. I will tell you the last piece of this puzzle is this Elgato Stream Deck. I know that there's a board I can't say the name to. But and then I know that there's some online versions too. Being able to use these buttons with the command with the actions is like the final piece that really helps it work. So, um, now they're trigger fire. Now I can make this do whatever I want with the push of a button. So I'm buying something. Yeah, if you want to talk more about this, there's too much stuff inside my brain, obviously, that I can just typing it out is really hard, but yeah, Rox has one too. I know that she uses it for like helping out with some streaming and stuff. But I'm not sure exactly how she uses hers, but I know that stream decks are great. But yeah, if you want to chat for modding, yeah. If you wanna ever talk through this, I found that there are only 10 pages hours. So how many buttons? I don't know. It's 4 times more than that. We'll look through it. If you want to talk about it, we can. Probably easier to formulate your questions and ask me them specifically. Yeah, I did see that, Corey. Have a good night, Cleveland. But I'm just saying, if you want to talk to me. If you find anything that'll make my life easier, I'm all for that because life is freaking hard. And I'm all for like taking the easy button when I can. So, have a great night. Yeah, I was just seeing that in the past couple months that there is a foot pedal, which I would think would be great for musicians or even gamers that are trying to like play and use their fingers and everything for that so that they can't necessarily do all of the buttons on their stream deck. But yeah, so this is the final oh, I think it's really hard, Klingon, and I think that's the thing is it's like it's a fine line. It's like you didn't say anything wrong. And I get where you're coming from. I totally, totally do. Um, Completely. I really do. Um, but it's not that it's it's this weird good night, Cleveland. It's like this weird thing where it's not that you did anything wrong at all, according to the letter of the law. But it's more, and I have this trouble. I have this trouble too when you're trying to like read someone else's um, feelings about stuff. So sometimes I can't tell if a Jason is mad about something or if he's not mad about something. And I can't read it. I don't know what it is. And no matter what, I can't tell. And really it can just be that he's had a bad day at work. But for me, the feelings that he's putting out there are just one thing. So that's how I react, right? So if by the letter of the law, we've put out to you that this isn't like it's not wrong to say things like that, but right before that you had come in, I had just got done talking about how I didn't really want to go into it, but there were reasons that I don't like being hugged or touched. So the behind the story of that, you'd have to think, why might she not like being hugged or touched? Does me talking about, I'm just going to say ghosts. No, exactly. And no, I know you didn't. And that's why I'm not upset. I'm not upset with you. I have no upset with you at all. Because how would you know? Right? But we have had a conversation and you mean a great deal to me. Or I would have just been like, oh, right? No, but I'm not. Because I think that you are a really good person. And I'm not upset that you said it. We've talked about the fact that sometimes you have to read the room. And so just wait a moment to kind of see where the conversation is at before saying that. Do you know what I mean? Because I think if you had just waited just a moment, or maybe 2 or 3 moments before you came in and just said, like, hey, look what I found, then you would have been like, okay, maybe I shouldn't say that right now. That's all I'm saying. Do you understand what I mean, though? Like, I'm trying to say it in the most loving, kind way, because I really do mean it as a loving, kind thing. I'm going to move on, but I'm going to keep an eye on chat just so you can let me know if you understand what I mean. So I will, not before entering, just knock, right? Knock before it, exactly. And in Twitch, that just means kind of like look, like, because you can't, yeah, like look before entering. Just kind of like, you can say hi, but look before, like, like being like, hey, kind of thing, like just like dropping it out there. Just that kind of difference between like the two. Okay. So one thing I will say, that if you want to be able to use Streamer Bot and Stream Deck, that you need to install, I can't remember what they call these in this piece of hardware, software, but you need to actually add this piece in here. You'll need to look it up, Streamer Bot and Stream Deck, and there is a little piece of information that you need to that you'll need to like actually put into your program so that you can have this action button, so that you can put that in there. And you do need to connect your WebSocket in there as well. So that the WebSocket can talk with your streamer bot, which is also hooked up to your OBS. I don't think there's any more pieces, which is a lot of it. What did you lose? What, the conversation? Oh, your subscription. Hey, David Slade. Okay, so I think that's it. We got Stream Deck. Oh, and one other thing, if you do want to play music on your channel, I definitely recommend you looking into this Snip, which is a another thing you need to look up on Google. I can't remember how it works right now. Mid-show, you lost it? Yeah. I think that is the, oh. What happened? Oh. Okay. One mic got unmuted because I haven't switched over my um this I haven't switched over my WebSocket yet. Right. Snip, Spotify, what is the name of the guy? He's really the thing that you need to know. There is one more thing I want to tell you about, but I don't need the other side. I don't need to be just over there. But let me look this up first. You're right. That's not enough. Okay, good. Um, good. I'm glad that got it. All right, I'm gonna turn off the WebSocket on this particular um, OBS instance, and then I need to turn the WebSocket on this particular OBS instant. All right. Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying more than you may even understand Klingon. I really do. All right. I think I've got the right thing. Let's see if I can press this button now. Woo! Hello. It's just me. The last thing that I really want to tell other streamers, pretty much back to normal. The other thing I want to tell other streamers about is our goal bar. And the reason is not because I'm like, oh, let's um just on our screen. Just on our screen. Klingon, that's all she's talking about. For a normal Thursday versus weird look at the OBS and not just the screens we're used to. I want to tell you about our goal bar, not because of any reason except I think that it's really helpful for people. Because normally when you're looking at a goal, you have an actual goal in mind. Thank you, Rox. Yes. So every single dono, bit, and sub, and it does the calculations for the sub, it'll take like the amount that you get from it, is put. Yes, that is correct. That is exactly correct. It is Thursday for 1 minute. That is precisely correct, David Slade. So it puts everything all together into one sub goal. So I know that sometimes you have follower goals, but often if you have a monetary goal, there is a reason that you have that goal. And the reason is because there's amount that you need / want, and you don't necessarily want a certain number of bits, a certain number of subs, a certain number of whatever. And sometimes you do have like a sub goal, and that's what you have for the thing. But I've seen people have all three goals. And if you have a monetary, like a singular monetary goal that you're trying to work towards, like Jason and I are trying to work towards paying off the equipment that we have. That's it. That's all we really want to do is just pay back the equipment that we've already bought. And we thank you for subs, we thank you for bits, we thank you for goals. However it happens, how long it happens, it takes to happen, it doesn't bother us. None of that really, the how of it all doesn't matter. The matter is we're trying to just kind of put that money back into an account eventually. So I would suggest to anybody that is looking at goal bars and are specifically interested in like trying to raise a specific goal amount and not a certain number of bits and a certain number of subs and all of that, the name of this is going to take me a second, actually. I wanted to make sure. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Again, this is another one that's actually in, no, this is, they have a Discord, Stream Elements does. Where, oh, where? I changed the name of ours so I wouldn't lose it while I was trying to delete other ones that we didn't need. Yeah, basically. Like, I don't know if revenue is quite right. It's most like more like gross instead of net. Yeah, David, we are. We're just trying to. We've already invested in it. We're just trying to put the money back into the kids' college funds. Is really what it is. Don't tell them. But what we're saying is it this one? No. There you are. Just give me 1 second. My brain needs to go elsewhere for just 1 minute. I'm gonna have to look that one up, and if anybody actually wants to know the name of it, it's gonna take me a minute to get it, but I can, and I can let you know in Discord. Command Discord if you're not already in there. But I will let you know the name of it. I changed the name of it in ours so that I can find it more easily, but that doesn't let me help you find it more easily. But yeah, it just allows you to put all of things into one bucket. Okay, good. I will look it up for you. I just am gonna need to. My brain can't think fast enough and talk and I'll do all the things to be able to actually find it. But I will, and I will let you know, Corey. But yeah, I think that is the only thing else. I'll bring Adjacent back on screen now. Yeah, I had to mute us so I could have a private conversation with him. But yeah, he said that he was ready for bed. I didn't I wanted to be able to like just ask him, but he was really quiet about the whole thing. So I guess it didn't really even matter. I did say fix the hair, and he's like, "You're my hairstylist," and I said, "I know, but you went and got hurt before I could cut your hair." And he said, "I've been asking you for over a month now," and I said, "Yeah." And then then I unmuted us. That was what you guys missed. We didn't want to have all of that like out there. But now it is. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Oh, we gotta find somebody to raid now, right? Is Jonathan Ong still on? Can we go ask him about his cameras? Hey guys, don't look at this song list. Feel free to ask for a song. No. We don't want a song. We want to know about your cameras. He is still on. I don't know how to make raids happen, but normally, okay, so I'll put this to, let me, hold on. Give me half a beat. Okay. So normally we try to raid somebody on the smaller side, like 100 or less. Let me see if there's any musicians that we might think about it that we haven't done already. We've already done him. But to be honest, a lot of these people we've already. I think we've done him. Maybe Jason's done him. No, are we okay? Called immunity. Is there anybody in here that is like strongly opposed and would like to put up a different option than Jonathan Ong? We do try to stay with the smaller streamers, but I gotta be honest, I really have questions for Jonathan Ong. And I've been trying to figure out how to talk to him for a really long time. Anyone? Anyone have opposition? I don't know what S means. Does that mean I have a strong feeling? Or that... Let's go! Okay. Can Rocks or Jammies, I think you guys both, can you guys do it? Because I will probably mess up. If you want to talk to him, raiding seems like a valid option. Look, Rocks is great. I know, I think so. All right. Good idea, everybody that came up with that idea. That wasn't me. David Slade, thank you for being here tonight. Corey Clark, thank you for being here tonight. Jameer, thank you for being here tonight. The one and only Rocks and the other one and only Jammies. Thank you both for being here in your loveliness. Lovely lovelies. And Arco, you're fabulous. Arco, Freddy has a foe. There is a groundhog that is living 2 doors down from us that is huge. Huge. And he's going to eat all of my vegetables. It's crazy. Yeah, huge. And he just like comes out on the front yard. He's just like sitting there. Like, hey, like a lazy groundhog. I know. I don't know what to do. I've got to catch him and go put him someplace that's not here, or he's going to eat my vegetables. Crazy pants. Crazy banana pants. Good night from me and from adjacent here. We both appreciate it. Rhonda, thank you for being here. Cedar was here earlier. Crescent was here earlier. Klingon was here. Cleveland was here. Davey was here. Everybody's gone.